feels like we're in Hogwarts right now. Well, welcome witches, wizards, and of course our Muggle friends. Welcome back to Hogwarts. Welcome back to Hogwarts 2024. How are we feeling today? Hello. Well, as some of you may know, I've been reading the Harry Potter books for the first time. I'm sure you might have seen me crying, screaming, doing all the above on your For You page or even Instagram. But did I finish Deathly Hallows? I barely got through Half-Blood Prince. Let me grieve through Dumbledore and then we'll get to that one soon. Let's make some noise. If y'all might know, I'm a Gryffindor just like cousin Harry. Where are the Gryffindors at? Gryffindors, make some noise. Nah. Gryffindors, I need y'all to show out today. Will y'all like, make some noise? There we go. All right, Ravenclaws, make some noise. I guess Slytherins, where y'all at? And last but certainly not least, Hufflepuffs, make some noise. Okay, well you know what? Let's bring out the current cast of the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Steve Haggard, Daniel Frederick, and Carl Ricketts, who plays Harry, Ron, and Hermione.
Hi everybody.
How we doing?
Hi, how's it going?
Doing well. All right, well, you three play the iconic trio and the Tony, okay, congratulations, Tony Award-winning production of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Steve, how did you first discover the world of Harry Potter?
It was my sister. I remember I was kind of actually a little resistant to start the books. I think it was like the third book had come out and I was like, what is this? I don't know. I was an interesting kid. And so my sister was like, no, you have to read these books. You have to read these books. And I read the third one. And from then on, I was a Harry Potter fan. It became a Christmas holiday ritual for our family, was watching all the movies and rereading the books.
I love that. And Daniel, what do you think is so special about the Harry Potter fans?
I love the level of investment, the level of passion, how much everybody knows about the stories, how much they care about the stories. When people come to see the play, we get a lot of like little kids who are amazed by the magic and want to know how everything's done. But then the people who are my age, the elder millennials, are like, thank you. Yeah, we're here. They're after the show, they're like, man, I just cried. It was so great to spend time with these characters again, you know, because feels like we all grew up alongside them. And so to get to be part of people getting to see them again, to spend time with them again is really, really special. And I love when people get to share that with us at the theater.
And Cara, I heard you got something to give away to the audience?
I sure do. Well, we do. We've got 2 tickets to our show, Cursed Child on Broadway, to give away today, as well as 1 really cool prize pack from Max, where you can watch all the Harry Potter shows when you go home tonight. So we've picked 2 people from the crowd, and their names are Pauline Palma, and Miranda Melendez. If you could come on by.
Yeah. Hi, how you doing? Steve.
Hey, Miranda, nice to meet you.
All right, you guys, we're gonna ask you some trivia questions. The first question is, the Hogwarts Express is blue. True or false? You're already saying that. Do you agree? Okay, false. Next question. The Sorting Hat said Harry would do well in Slytherin. All right. Ron loves spiders. True or false? Nice. Round 2. We'll give each of you 1 quote to complete. Guys, can you hear me out?
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. Start us off here, bud.
All right, here we go. Can you complete this line from Draco Malfoy? Red hair and a hand-me-down robe, you must be a... Weasley. Weasley! That's correct.
Nice.
Okay, God, here we go. How do you open the Marauders map? By saying what? I solemnly swear that... Yeah!
Very nice.
All right, Cara,
Yeah.
how'd everybody do?
So, here's the question. You ready? Who am I? I am big and hairy, but not at all scary. I'll help you get back to Hogwarts, help you buy your school supplies, and give you, boom, Hagrid's the answer. You win it. Steve's got your bag right there. Congratulations. Hey. And I'm gonna throw it back. Oh, your tickets as well. Congrats, congrats. All right, I'm gonna throw it back to you, Kierra.
Right.
I hope you're doing all right. I've watched you read the books. Girl, you are on a journey.
Don't let this smile fool you. It's pain behind it. Well, thank you all for coming back to Hogwarts. You two have 2 shows today. Everyone give it up for Steve, Daniel, and Cara. It's good to see you. You too. Thank you. Okay. All right. Well, as y'all know, I just finished Half-Blood Prince, and one of my favorite characters was Ginny. I loved how much throughout the series she evolved, stood her ground, and I like to call her our generation Sprinkle Sprinkle, because as we know, Miss Ginny in the books, she was literally tossing the men back and forth. She stood no ground. But how amazing would it be if somehow Ginny Weasley was here? I don't know. I feel like maybe if we shout Ginny Weasley, let's just see what happens. Maybe she might come on her broom or something. So on a count of 3, let's shout Ginny Weasley. 1, 2, 3. Ginny Weasley! Feeling?
Yeah, I'm good. I am
good.
Great.
How does
everyone
feel?
else feeling?
Okay, good. How does it feel to be back with the fan base, celebrating back to Hogwarts in New York City?
It is amazing. I just love that this has been a fan-led experience. It is you all that started the Back to Hogwarts Day and celebration, and I'm so excited that first time here in such an iconic station like Grand Central Station. And it just shows that these films have just crossed the world. Like, it's transcended language and people and place and identity, and I just think it's so special.
I love that. Yeah. And so what does Ginny Weasley as a character mean to you? I've already talked about how she's my favorite. I love you and Half-Blood Prince.
I hope you like the ending, you know, when you finish. So much. I feel like I obviously played Ginny for 10 years of my life. From the age of 9 to 19, so she kind of became a part of me and is still a part of me, and I just love that for so many people, a lot of people have always come to me and said that they found a lot of strength from her character, and I love the kind of quiet, introverted, strong character that she is, that's like unassuming, but she really comes out of her shell towards the end, and I think her evolution of a character is just so cool. And I just always want to be more like Ginny, to be honest.
Hello. That's a motto to live by. What would Ginny do? Hello.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. So when it came to you auditioning for the Harry Potter series, did you read the books before or while filming it? Were you familiar with it?
So luckily, my brother Lewis was already a fan of the books. He's a bit older than me, and he'd already read the first 3 at that time. And he really specifically said to me, when we heard that they were going to be making the films, you should go and audition for the role of Ginny. Like, he was like, he knew I should try and audition for Ginny. So I was like, no idea who Ginny is, no idea what Harry Potter was. But being a young little sister, I wanted to do anything my brother suggested. So we found out how to get an audition, and at the time, you know, Ginny's role was really so small in the first few books, so I really never knew, as did any of us with the characters, where our characters would end up, because obviously at the time, the Goblet of Fire was just coming out, and like, we didn't know the fate of our roles. So I kind of loved it in that way. I wasn't like aware how and where Ginny would go. I'd never acted before, I didn't know anything. And fun fact, my first day of filming was on platform 9 3/4, on what would have been September 1st, on going back to Hogwarts. So my beginning of my journey really was this day when the train departed.
I love that. And then from the first 5 or maybe 6 films, which was your favorite film to shoot and why?
Oh, that's tough. I guess Chamber of Secrets is a massive shift in Ginny's character. She really becomes like a pivotal, kind of story moment with Tom Riddle in the diary. Even though I was pretty much like possessed and dead most of the time on the floor of the Chamber of Secrets, it was also good fun. And so the minute Chamber of Secrets happened, I felt like my role really changed. And that really required me to really step up to the character and, act more than just being a young little girl on platform 9 3/4. But I also loved, maybe because it's the fondest, like most recent memories, but I loved all the Battle of Hogwarts scenes that we did in Deathly Hallows Part 2. I always loved the scenes that were high energy, and we had hundreds of people, and there were stunts and things exploding, and we were so fortunate on Harry Potter that we really had physical sets. We really didn't rely on green screen. We had physical sets, real amazing creatures that were designed and made, and real like physical, practical, real kind of magic. So I've always been really grateful that we had such cool people making the films.
Do you have a favorite set?
My favorite set is the Burrow, the Weasley house, of course. It is just like the coziest, warmest, like oddest place, and if I could just sit down in there for a couple of hours, I would love that again.
I love that. Well, this morning it was announced that you'll be at the Back to Hogwarts. Well, no, this morning it was announced that at the Back to Hogwarts showcase that you'll be making an appearance at the Harry Potter Wizards of Baking on
Yes,
Network.
I know.
Are you excited?
I am. It was amazing. So we filmed it all on the original sets. It'll be coming out in fall later this year, and it was so fun to step back on the sets for a totally different experience. Baking, I personally love baking and the creativity that it brings, and all the people in the show create these masterpieces that are really inspired by the series and all the things that we love and know. And I just feel you're all gonna love it. It's such a celebration of the world, and you're just gonna, I think it's just a really creative show. You're probably all gonna be like, oh, what would I have baked that episode? So I'm really looking forward to it coming out.
I always say in my videos that from book 1, Fred and George was my favorite.
Yes.
So how was it reuniting with your brothers?
So good. We've done so many things together since finishing filming, and they're just everything you can imagine of Fred and George, James and Oliver are. They're just the best. I was very lucky to have all my brothers.
Okay, Bonnie, it's almost time to celebrate and start the brand new year at Hogwarts. Yes. Bonnie, would you lead us through, and as we all raise our wands?
Yes, I have a wand for you.
Ready.
Okay, everyone ready to go back to school? I'm ready. Okay, I've got my Gryffindor outfit on, I'm ready. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
May I have your attention, please? The Hogwarts Express is now departing from platform 9 3/4. All students are kindly reminded to stick to your ticket and board the carriage at once. All aboard!